everybody, welcome back to my Flosstube channel. My name is Karen and this is KBH Stitches, and this is Flosstube number 35. It is November 18th. Hi. It's almost Thanksgiving. Anyway, and I'm back. This is gonna be, I don't have a lot to show. Let's be real. First of all, if you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. If you are new, I hope that you see something that you like here, a little bit of my corner of the cross-stitch chaos world. So welcome. I so appreciate you all being here. Like I said, this is going to be basically a normal Flosstube. I didn't have a ton of progress though, and there is a reason. At the end, I am going to show you, as if you've been here before, I've been doing a Mill Hill kit every month, and I had gotten to have quite a few of those ready to FFO, and I had a little friend put a little birdie in my ear, and so at the end I am going to take you on a little finishing of perforated paper projects adventure. I watched a few videos. I got a few great hints and kind of show you where that's at. So, but if you're not into Mill Hills, cool. I'm going to leave them all till the end. I'm going to show you my normal FFOs, but that stuff will all be at the end. So if you're into it, hang out. So last video, I had all sorts of plans, all the fall plans. I was very into it, and the progress just didn't really happen. It ended up being a bit of a difficult month, and I was ill for a good portion, and I think I didn't even stitch for like 5 days. We took my son to his first eye doctor appointment in 4 months, and just very quickly, his left eye is shrinking and it has basically now no pressure. So the only way I can explain it, which might be TMI, but if you like feel your eyeball, like you feel that there's an eyeball there, his is more like jelly. And so, excuse me. So we are at the place of, he's not in pain yet. And so, again, that scares me to death to wait for him to be in pain, but that's the threshold for the doctor. So we don't know when it will happen, but it is progressing in a way that we hoped would be slower, but it is what it is. So he's a good kid, and yeah. Oh, and the other thing is my husband, I told you a while back that they were kind of doing away with his job. He really fought, because it's not just him, it's his whole staff. And they really fought hard. And there's still a few irons in the fire, but it looks like after Thanksgiving, they're going to be dismantling their office and looking for new places to be. So anyway, sorry, enough of the woe is me. We're fine. We're fine. It's fine. Okay. So I'm going to start with my FFOs first. So far this year, I've had 79 finishes. It's slowing down a little bit, but I'm still proud of that number. And one of them is a start and a finish since I saw you last time. This is a freebie from Kate Stitcher. She's Kate Stitcher on Instagram, and her website is katestitcher.com, and she has very cute freebies. This is one of them. Oh God, can I get him to focus? Oh, the camera's over there. Oh no, do I have this all wrong today? Anyway, these are all the called for DMC, except for this one. I was just a shade off. And I finished him with apple pies, and then I put a piece of pumpkin pie, but that's okay. Nobody's gonna know. But as I said, this she has some really cute freebies on her site. So go follow her Instagram. She announces them there, and then you can go to her website and get those. So I did, with all my plans, I at least did. I got my Mill Hill done and my freebie done. That might be about it, but we did it. The second FFO, I was about to finish last time. This is from the Scattered Seed Sampler Pin Keep Club, and this design is called Share and Share Alike, and these designs will be released to everybody in a year. This was the one, it kind of looked, here, I'll show you. I'll try and show you without this first. This is the middle of the design, and then it was supposed to continue over here with one little bird, and then over here with one little bird, and then finish kind of, it looked like a taco. And I cannot sew a curve to save my life. So I took those little birdies off, and then I went ahead and I sewed one of them. So this is kind of where I'm at right now. I sewed in that bow. That was a new trick. I was excited. And I just have it on a little pin right now. This little charm is it's a little parrot. It came with the kit. And I know it kind of looks wonky, but I think when I like set it out, I can do that, or I might move the pillow down. I could redo the bow as like a more hangy thing. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but that's how I decided to finish it. They both have, the backing fabric came with the kit, so that matches. I just was worried about kind of losing this pillow. And yes, I'm telling you, the more I finish, the worse I get at it. I don't know. These are terrible. I don't know if anybody has any hints. I don't know. Usually it's like in a bowl and you can't see it, but anyway. So I finished that, which is good because I think the third and final kit got put in the mail yesterday. So I've been trying to finish them before the next one comes. So it looks like I will achieve that. So this has been a very, very fun club. I think her kits are beautiful. I think the patterns are beautiful. I would absolutely advise anybody to sign up for this. I will not be able to next year, but it's been super delightful. So that is Share and Share Alike. I'll put that down carefully. And finally, I had this stitched piece that I've wanted to frame ever since I finished it, but I was going to need an oval frame, and I looked at mirrors, and I couldn't really find anything, and I thought, okay, just wait, it'll come to you. And it came to me, and it is perfect, and I am thrilled. So this design is called Colonial Hair by the Primitive Hair. I stitched it on 40 count vintage country mocha. It uses 8 colors of DMC, and that is it. It is my favorite thing I've ever stitched, and it is the thing I am most proud of. And so she finally has a home, and I am just thrilled beyond belief. It is weird and it is kooky, and I love it. She hangs right there. This is still empty, but she hangs right there. I was not taught by my mother or my grandmother to stitch. And so, as weird as it is, she's kind of my link back. And I love it. So I'm just going to take you up close. Again, 8 colors of DMC is what this is. And the detail is just just stunning. And the pattern does come. The pattern comes with another one of these facing the other way. She has like a brown dress on. And then also like a pared down version, maybe just to the necklace. I'm not exactly sure, but I just, we finally did it. And so I'm just super happy. And she's gonna go right back up there. So that is my finally ever after FFO. All right, so those were my FFOs. Sorry. Let's get into my whips. So my 27.5 project, this is Peacock Unicorn and a Badger. Last time I told you the progress was going to be a little bit difficult this time. And it is slow going. So I had this leaf done, so I filled in all this, and I've brought this trunk down. Whew. This is like 7 or 8 colors. Whew. But now I have kind of the next little landmark. The next landmark right here, I'm going to do this leaf. Come down to this leaf, then go over to this little fat little bird. So this was, this definitely did not get the days it was supposed to get. It was just too much thinking for my brain. And so, it did get a little shortcut. So hopefully, I'll be able to get back into it. It rained all day yesterday. It's raining now. We're on kind of this cool down shift. And we kind of have everything done now. Now it's just kind of anticipating the holidays, which I'm happy about. And so we're just going to kind of pretend life isn't happening and get on with it. Anyway, as I said, I do a Mill Hill kit every month. I believe I have 4 left. But this one was super fun. This one has a lot of beads. What is it? It's called Chicken or the Egg. Oh, shoot. Look at all those beads. Can you see? All these. There's a little feather. Not feather. It's a leaf right there. Anyway, I love that one. And so, usually I throw these over here. Nope. We have a plan now. So, that was my monthly Mill Hill. My monthly freebie for Jacinta Crafting on the Plains is doing a sale, your freebie sale. That was my little turkey. So I have one more freebie for December, and I will have done the full year of freebies, which I love. And then I had started this project, but before I get into that, oh good, I'm glad. Okay, so I showed you this freebie last time. This was my October freebie from the Blue Flower. And somebody had asked me where I got it, and all of her freebies were off of her website. They are all back. Apparently she was changing some sort of technical term. I don't know. But they are all back, including this. They are wonderful. She also has a preview of her next designs that are coming out. She has the cutest animals wearing sweaters and things. I just so cute. She also has a class at the Jingle Ball. It's a cute little carousel of like Christmas holiday animals. Super cute. I'm not going to the Jingle Ball, but I hope everybody has the very best time. But anyway, the Blue Flowers freebies are back. Go support her. I was so happy to see that. So anyway, that was a little offshoot. So last time we talked, I had told you I had started this design from Luminous Fibers, Boo and Who. I started the black cat, and I was really hoping to have it done. Nope. No, but I got it to his cute little eyeballs. So this is stitched on tea-dyed Osnaburg fabric by me. This is 310, and this is just an orange from my stash. Whoop, sorry. And I have a few friends, Christina and Wanda, and we do a Black Cat Sal every October. So this is just going to go back into, I have this one I didn't finish, and I have Kathy Barrick's Halloween on the Farm is another one I haven't finished. So I'm going to put those both back into that whip bag, and hopefully next October take those out and finish them both. Okay, then on to my other projects that are basically like 2 threads a day. I don't think I've shown this one in a while, and of course I don't have the picture here. This is Prairie Schoolers. Sorry. Oh shoot, what are you called? Christmas harvest, Christmas. Yeah. If you really need to know, let me know. But last time I think I showed you I was working on these plums, and I got those finished. This is 28 count Monaco that I tea coffee dyed and baked. And I am doing 3 different, excuse me, I'm out of breath. I don't know why. Well, I do know why, but anyway. 3 charts. It's like farmer's market, whatever. They're pairs of veggies and fruits. And so I'm doing them all in the 28 count Monaco. I'm doing it with 1 strand. I want them to look vintagey. I also just won't stitch with 2 strands. And so anyway, I started the lemons. They're super fun. They're super symmetrical. The charts are older and hard to read, but once you get kind of one lay of the land, the other one comes around. So I've been just picking this up here and there. It's easy to see. We watch a lot of college football on the weekends, and so this is a good one because I can keep my glasses on. So I can keep my glasses on, watch the football, and then also be able to participate. Okay, then I told you last time that I needed to bring out my Solyanka kit. This is from Owl Forest Embroidery. I just ripped my hair out of it. This is from Owl Forest Embroidery. And I did buy the kit. So this is, these are all their threads. They do hand-dyed, they hand-dye their flosses. They come on these cool bobbins with like the symbol on them. And then it comes with, it's a 32 count Zweigart. I don't know what the color is. It's blue, basically. And I've heard that sometimes, where did the board go? I've heard that sometimes the fabric could be a little short. So I started this in the middle, and then I don't have a great love of white stitches. So what I've done, which is going to be kind of hard to see, I started in the middle, which was this pot, which I think I had last time. Then I came down and I did these 3 doilies. Okay, and then I'm going to come up this way. I can show you better on here. I'm going to come up this way, do, oops. Sorry. I'm going to come up this way, do these little doilies, this, come down here, and then do all this brown around. So that I kind of have a lay of the land to make sure it's all going to fit. I'm positive it is. I measured it again and measured it again. So this kind of table is all the way across, right? I'm going to take the table all the way down, and I'm going to come up here And while I'm doing that, I'm doing these white plates along the way so that basically I'll have most of the white and the brown done and I can fill in all those fun colors. So maybe not the most organized or logical way to do it, but that way I can put to rest my fears about the fabric not working. And I get all the annoying white stitches done quickly. I mean, who knows, you know. So anyway, oh, this bag is harder to. Oh boy. Oh boy. Sorry. Oh no. Now I'm committed. Okay. And then I think this is my last whip. So my last whip I talked about, I started this. Oh, sorry. I started this on November 1st. Oh God. You guys, I'm sorry. Okay. I started this on November 1st. I'm using a piece of 36 count. Oops. It's just a scrap of 36 count platinum. I pulled either, if I had the called for, I pulled it. If not, I subbed something in. I made the house color is probably a little bit lighter. And this teal color is maybe a little, I want to say dirtier, grayer. Anyway, I've loved working on this and I'm hoping that I will have this one actually done by Thanksgiving. Oh, and I did make one other change. So, oops, here we are. So I'm over here. I'm almost done with the house. Then I'm going to come over. There's like a pumpkin in a stand here. Then come over here and do the thankful across the bottom. So, no, I don't iron, and that's okay. One thing, the birds, the called for color for the birds was caper, which is a dark green. And I'm sure it would have looked nice, but it just kind of felt odd to me. So I subbed out, I stitched the birds in Black Coffee by Classic Colorworks instead. So I'm really hoping to have that one done by Thanksgiving. Okay, so those are the whips. As you could see, I had lots of plans. I was going to do all the little stamps from Pinker and Pumpkin Quilting. I didn't get to those. They'll be there. They're quick, so who knows? I mean, who knows what my fancy might take. I was not going to do a birthday start, but now I am, so I'm going to get to that. So, I don't know. I took a little hit this between videos of letting, I think I was very I've been distracted and things weren't turning out as perfect as I wanted them to, and I kind of let it kill the joy in things, and I don't want to do that. There's no point. And so I want to kind of, I just want to remember that and let myself enjoy things again. So, okay, on to, I have some Stitchy kindness, some lovely Stitchy kindness. My lovely friend Sharon went to the Stitch West retreat in Salt Lake City, Utah. If I ever get to go to a retreat, this is the one I would really love to go to. And it's this cute, these were, I believe, the table gifts. This cute top has rulers on it. It has this little space. I'm not sure what that's for, but I'm sure it's for something. And then look at this. This says Stitch West. And so thank you, Sharon. I so love this, and I'm hoping, really, really hoping that at some point I get to take it to Utah with me. Oh, let me get this back on. It comes with this little piece of elastic to keep it all together for you. cute little toolbox, right? So, Sharon, thank you so much for that. Put that there. And then my friend Katie, the Peacock Stitcher, she is Peacock Stitcher on Instagram as well as Flosstube. She just came back to Flosstube. She shows a bunch of FFOs, these stand-ups that are crazy, and this little pillow with a leaf on it that, my heart, I love it. And so she was de-stashing some stuff, and we're on a Zoom group together, and she was so kind to offer it to us. And so I was probably too selfish about it, but I asked for a few things. First is this project bag. I don't know who it's made by, but it's so sweet. And I don't think it's Mary Englebright, but it just reminded me of that. And so it's just so sweet. It's quilted. It's beautiful. I love it. And then I also picked this bag. Look at these foxes. It has this sweet little fox face pull. Ooh, sorry. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, I just think it's beautiful. And then there were more treats. This design, it's from Little Robin Designs, Fragments from a Sampler. Little Robin. This cat took me out. I like this one too, but I gotta do that big fat cat. It kind of reminds me of the Mary Queen of Scots, the embroidered cat that she did. So I really want to do that one. And then, you know I love a 12 days. This is by Annie B's Folk Art. And they're these cute little stockings. I think they're done on fabric. Okay, wait. All of the models were stitched on 14 count black Aida using 2 strands. And then you, sorry. There's a little form for you to cut them out. So I think I might do them. Do they sell black perforated paper? Let me know if you know. I think I would like to do them on perforated paper. But anyway, and they're all there, all 12 days. So cute. So thank you so much, Katie. And then, as if that wasn't enough, she had some of this 36 count, and we had a discussion about this. It's 36 count even weave. So I don't know what that is. Is that a Jobelin? Is it a there's a jazzy name for one. Anyway, but she said it's really thin, and so she wasn't going to use it. But this is, look at that fabric. And it is very thin. I'm going to show you another piece here that will, but look how beautiful that is. So, she had trouble, she and Fanny from Cross Stitch Couture said they had both had trouble stitching on it. So I think, yeah, I don't know. It's going to be I'm going to have to find a good project that's probably not too big or too dense. But I think if I have it in a hoop tight enough, it'll be okay. But look at that fabric. Katie, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Ah! And then this was another piece, also this 36 count even weave. And this will show you it is thin. Can you see the light is making it look thicker? Let me take my handy pointer. Can you see? I'm trying to show you. See how you can see right through it? So tell me if you have hints. Again, beautiful. I mean, beautiful. Look at that. Oh, that was a bad fold. Look at that. They're beautiful. So again, I think the key is going to be to just take it slow and small and go from there. So thank you, Katie. That was so lovely. That was like mind-blowing. I love it. Thank you so much. And then kind of the end, this is going into plans and end of Stitchy Kindness. That same Zoom group that I am on with Katie and Fanny, we had a meeting on Sunday, and listen, we go down roads, we start looking at patterns, anyway, all the things. And so somehow it started with Fanny's birthday, so this should be Fanny's birthday thing, but somehow it ended with my birthday. But we went on to a modern folk embroidery rabbit hole. And we ended up finding this chart. It's called the Silk Route. And I believe it's like almost 10 years old. It's not a new pattern. But the description of it, we are all from different countries, different states, different walks of life, different ages. And so the description of it just, it got us all. And so we decided to maybe have a modern folk embroidery kind of start. And then, I don't know, my husband came in and I was like, they're making me buy things. And they were like, no, we're not. And I was like, yes, they are. And I was just kidding. But then sweet Sally offered to buy me the pattern for my birthday. And I turned into a 3-year-old and was bawling my eyes out. And so it's just like, I don't know how I got so lucky. So anyway, we're going to do a Zoom call on the 30th, and we're going to start, a lot of us are starting this project, other people are starting their projects. But Sally gave me the chart as a gift, and then I was able to kit it at home. And because I was a little bit nervous, and my husband really stepped in and like helped me pick colors, and he's genuinely grateful that I have this group of friends. And he just finds it amazing that the generosity and all of it. So I gotta get myself together. Okay, so I had this piece of 38 count Wayfarer's Cloak. I don't know who this is by. It doesn't say on the sticker. Anyway, I don't know who it's by. It's a little bit, oops. It's gray. So I hope that's coming across. And so there's not going to be a good way to do this. But what I've decided to do, some people are going to do like ombre effects. Some people are going to do one color. What I've decided to do is I'm going to do this border in one color, this border in one color, and then the snowflake in one color. And then these flowers and this little thin border in a different. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so the outer border is, oh, that looks brown. I'm hoping it's like a plum color. So I'm hoping that comes out. The little border underneath it is going to be this gray. Then the big triangle border is going to be this blue. Then we're going to do the gray again for the little flowers. And then this light purple is going to be the center motif. And so it's kind of a cool, it's definitely a cool palette. And I had asked the group because I was in this floss club, I don't know, 5-6 years ago. It was my birthday present one year, was to be in it. And so I loved when the colors would come. They're dreamy, but I have a ton of it that there are so many like light blues, almost white, light yellows, like that I'm never going to use those colors. And so I thought this is the perfect opportunity to use what I have, pick some of those colors I really love. And so I had come up also with like a red, orange, kind of yellow, like an autumny warm color palette. And a lot of people in the group like that, but I have already I stitched ink circles, to circles in a variegated DMC that was red to orange to yellow. And then I showed it recently. I have a Northern Expressions needlework, I think is what it's called. The pattern is called Shades of Orange, and I'm doing it in an orange and a red. And so I just wanted to do something a little different. And my husband really liked this. And it's just a celebration of everything, right? I can still participate with my stash, the lovely generosity of a friend. My husband is so happy that I have these people during this time. Anyway, I'm getting off track, but those are my colors. That's what I'm gonna, we're gonna start that on the 30th. So I am gonna have a little birthday start. So that I have as plans. Oops, that should go down here actually. Another plan I have also comes from Miss Sally, and this is also from Alex. Last year they gifted me Christmas mini moon. Oops. And of course I didn't get quite as much done on it as I wanted to. But I did get one big tree done. That's pretty good. So I'm going to take this out. This is a plan to take out in December. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And then, as I said, in the fall, I just took out a fall bag and I started filling it with things I remember I just hit myself. And I've done the same for Christmas, and I only have 2 in here because I'm not going to overwhelm myself. So, one, this was a gift. Whoops. There we go. Heart in hand. And it's my sweet Fergus with the bone button. I would love to get this done. A friend in my Stitchy group gave me. This is La Di Da, Be Merry All. And I'm just going to do this top handsome devil. Look at him wearing that wreath. So I'll just probably do that part. So I don't think it'll be very big. But that handsome devil. And then finally, this is a kit that I got at Shepherd's Bush. So it's the whole thing. And it's so cute. To all a good night. Oh, it's so cute. Look at that Santa hat. So I would really like to do this one. So I'm keeping the plans small and manageable. Now, who knows? I had all sorts of plans and didn't stitch, and now I'll have small plans and I'll probably stitch them all. Who knows? I'm a nut. Anyway, then the last thing is, in terms of plans, is that I did a WIPGO board this year, and I didn't really do it. If I accidentally worked on something, I marked it off, but it did not change my plans whatsoever. So I thought, oh, Karen, just don't do it this year. You don't, here, I'm going to crop this real quick. Sorry. You don't need it. But then people in the Facebook group kind of started talking about what they were going to do. And Terry in the Facebook group said that she had done this, which is that you just put a letter in each box, right? So day 1 is U, 2 is R, C, H, P, whatever. When that letter is called, you decide what it means. So If it's P, a Plum Street sampler, or purple, or a pine cone, or a pine tree, or whatever. And so that way I can make maybe something I'm working on work, or I can play around with it. So I'm going to try that this year. It ends up, what were the letters I didn't use? You end up, let me see. I can't remember. Z and Q maybe. You only leave off 2 letters. So anyway, I thought that was a brilliant idea. That's Terry's idea, not mine. But if you go onto the Facebook group, you'll be able to see her example there. I'm just doing a day on whatever. So that just means I touch it for however long I touch it. But I thought that would be kind of a fun way to do it. If I'm in the mood to pull something new, great, I will. If I'm not and I can make it work, then I will. I've done WhipGo kind of sidelining for, I don't know, since it started. And I don't want to not do it. So I thought that was a great way to kind of let myself participate without really rounding it down to specific things. All right. So we're going to move on to the Mill Hill extravaganza. So if you are not into Mill Hills, that's absolutely fine. I appreciate you being here, and I will certainly see you next time. But for those of you who are willing to stay, I have some tips, I have some tricks, I have some videos that you should watch who have better tips and tricks, and I will put those below. But basically, I had a friend say, oh, you should finish those. And so I ended up getting out all the Mill Hills and all my Satsuma Streets, everything I had. And I put everything in this lovely Trader Joe's bag so that it would all be together. And then I picked up this bag first thing every morning and completed 2 things. It took 2 weeks, a little bit more than 2 weeks. All of them, except for the chicken now, are finished. They are all FFO'd. They are not perfect, and that's okay. So I have a literal mountain of finished Mill Hills. So we will get to this in a moment. I wanted to show you what else is in my bag. So for me, I used pre-sticky felt. Okay. I also had bought what claims to be self-adhesive glitter paper. It's not, it's just paper, which is fine. It worked out. So those were the 2 backings that I chose, the glitter paper and the felt. Okay, for right now, I'm going to put, yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Then I just had a little toolbox here. And I bought this little set of baker's twine off of Amazon. Both of the videos that I'm going to tell you about, Beck Stitches Everything has a Mill Hill tutorial, and Mama Loves You GB just put out a tutorial. I'm going to link both of those below. Both of them make beautiful beaded hangers for their finishes. I have a cat who pulls every ornament off of our tree every single year. We start out with a full tree. By the end, it's just the top half. I cannot have beads flying all over my house. So I bought these, and they are perfect. Everything is very light. And so you just have to kind of know that you're not going to be yanking on them hard. They're not going to be put through the ringer. So things can be a little bit off. Okay. So I used that for all of my hangers. I was advised these scissors, and I now, they're somebody's best scissors, and I'm going to put them down below. Curious Crafters advise these scissors. They are very great. They are very sharp, and they have like a serrated edge. Okay. What they also have is these are kind of malleable. So some of my pieces, in the way that I chose to cut them, got a little thick. And so what happened was they would start bending like this instead of cutting. So I really did love these scissors, but I ended up using these scissors. These are, they're OmniGrid. Okay, these are OmniGrid scissors. I got mine at a quilt store, but I know Fat Quarter Shop sells these. These also have a serrated edge that comes to a very good point, but these are solid snips. So I ended up using these a little bit more frequently than these. One issue I did have with my scissors is that because I was using, and I'll get to it, but because I was using pre-sticky felt, I sometimes ended up getting my blades sticky. Somebody has advised me that I can use an alcohol pad to clean them. I'm waiting to hear back from you if that's okay. I think it would be fine. I know it would get rid of the stick. I'm just a little nervous to do it. So if you know anything about that, let me know. But I'll kind of show you how I developed things. So I had my little toolbox. As far as glue goes, again, I used pre-sticky felt. If I was going to glue felt, I would have used Eileen's glue, the craft glue. I thought I had bought, okay, that's what it says. Not true, it's just cardstock. But because I was sticking paper to the felt, paper to the stitching, this is an old high school English teacher trick. If you want to stick a binding, a cover of a book back to a binding, this is the glue you use. This one or the blue one, not the white one. And so because I was dealing with paper, that's what I did. Now, when I was doing the paper, I would cut out my shape, not all the way. I'll show you what I did. I would cut out the shape, then I would put the glue on the back. I would take a toothpick, get it to the edges, right? Put on the paper, put the stitching face down on a newspaper, then your paper, a book on top, leave it for a day. Leave it for a day. If you want to stick a binding back onto a book, put the glue along, use a toothpick, rubber band, leave it for a day. I promise you. So I used Elmer's glue. Okay. As I said, I watched both Beck Stitches Everything. She has a tutorial. She uses an adhesive glue, which looked very interesting. I just don't have that. Again, she also used the beaded hangers. Mama Loves You GB, also beaded hangers. She used felt. So the biggest trick that I learned was that when you have the mill hill, you don't want to try to cut around. And this is in both videos. You cut away. So like you would clip here and clip here, throw this corner away. Clip here, clip here. Does that make sense? So the first thing I would do, I would cut as close the square as possible. Then I would add my felt to the back. Okay, so I have a square of perforated paper covered by the sticky. So that way I didn't have sticky out on my scissors. That way when I was cutting through both the felt and the perforated paper. And I didn't run into the stickiness with my scissors after that. So I would get it as close as possible, 2 squares, and then you just cut away little pieces. And there were times when I tried to like be perfect about it and I got too close. So you have to kind of be aware. And that's why the cutting away keeps you a little more in a logical place with things. I hope that makes sense. Please go watch Beck Stitches Everything and Mama Loves You GB. They do this with a camera down as an example. Everything. So very quickly here, I'm just going to go through if you've been here for any amount of time, you have seen these, and so it's not going to be exciting, but I also FFO'd them all, and so I kind of wanted to show you what I did. Okay, so these are not in any order, but I did my Satsuma Street Nutcrackers. So here is my Santa Nutcracker. And he's holding, so this tree is like a second part. So I finished the tree with the green and then him with the red. And, it's not perfect. And you could either decide it needs to be perfect, and that's great. For me, I didn't want to miss out on having these because I needed them to be perfect. So then up, also from Satsuma Street, this is the Nutcracker King. He's also holding a staff here. We did him with black. The reason actually I did these, you can see how she didn't have us stitch the face. So I ended up doing these in black to kind of accentuate the face. And the final one in that set is that I've stitched. This is the Mouse King, this sword, also done in black. Also not perfect. See, I messed up there. Whatever. So as far as this set goes, I have one more to stitch. I have Drosselmeyer still to stitch. All right. Then we had also from Satsuma Street, and this one, I used the glitter paper on these ones, which was fun. It was really fun. Let me find them just real quick, and then I won't have to sort after this. But the first one I did was Mr. Meow, and he has glittery purple on the back. And I'll probably put him on my Christmas tree this year, but then I'm going to keep him out to add to my Halloween stuff. I love him. Then I have, these are my 12 Days of Christmas. So my Partridge in a Pear Tree. And I would just kind of cut out again. So like here, I decided to go diagonally. Here, I decided to keep it steppy. I just had to go with it. And she has yellow glitter. I loved the glitter paper. 2 turtle doves. They have green glitter paper. Three French hens, which I love this one. Put some red glitter paper on the back of that. And then 4 calling birds. I love this one. Here we go with the blue. So for that set, I still have not stitched 5 golden rings. So for my Satsuma kits, I have 2 left, Drosselmeyer and 5 golden rings. And then, like I said, I've been picking Mill Hills every month, and I have, I believe, 4 more. So I'm going to go through these quickly. You've seen them all before. Here's my tomato. I did that one with black. My little ceramic Christmas tree with red. This is one of the spring ones, but I'm going to keep it with Christmas. Little, is that an owl in an egg? I don't know. Anyway, I love that purple. We did the pizza. I love how that one turned out with some red on the back. Snow globe. We did brown on the back of that one. And again, all these Baker twines, all I did was I didn't tie a knot. I didn't tie anything. I just stuck it between the felt and the stitching. This is another Halloween one, but I think this one will stay with the Christmas. These little beads glow in the dark, which is super fun. This is the one I finished last month. My little squirrel, brown on the back. We have some French fries, black on the back. I love the pretzel. Some brown on the back. My taco, yellow on the back. This one is cute. Mary, it has these cute little bells on it. Oh, it's green. This from my lovely friend Glenda, my Stitcher's heart. Those cute little scissors on the bottom. Pink. This is my ugly sweater. I love that one, his nose. So cute. It's red. Ah, my turkey. I love him. Black, his hat's all wrong, but nobody will know. We have some bacon and eggs. Yellow on the back. Some popcorn. Red on the back. And finally, my favorite, we have a flamingo. Look at his legs. We have the flamingo. So I had all of these waiting to be finished, waiting to be finally finished, that are now ready to go onto my Christmas tree this year. And as I said, I just put the stuff in the bag, put the bag where I could see it, 2 a day. 2 a day. They took about 10 minutes at the most. The only ones that took like an extra bit of time were the ones that I had to dry the paper with. But those 2 videos helped me immensely understand the best ways to cut things out. Obviously, the adhesives you use, it's kind of up to you. The scissors are important. But that's really the only thing that's important. The rest of it just kind of comes together. So don't be afraid. Cut them out. Enjoy them. I'm really excited to put these. I mean, this is a lot to add to our tree this year, and I'm very, very excited for it. And I'm so glad. Thank you, Fanny, for the little nudge, nudge to get going. There they are. My chicken will get finished today. I hope from now on that when I show you the finish, it will be FFO'd. I'm just going to stitch it and finish it in the same day. That bag, all my supplies are going to stay in that bag so that I don't have to go looking for things. And I'll be able to, so that's going to get finished today. So if you have any questions, I know that was kind of random. Again, I'm going to put the videos of the actual people who know what they're doing down below. But if you have any questions, if you want to know what any of these are, just let me know. If you have any questions about anything, just ask. I love the comments. I love reading the comments. I love exchanging in the comments. I just am grateful. I'm grateful for the friendships I have built. I'm grateful for the extensions of kindness I have received. I'm grateful for the conversations, for the hopes, for the good thoughts, and for all of it. And so I will be back here after Thanksgiving. I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving, but hopefully before Christmas, with maybe a little view of our fancy, shiny, shimmery Christmas tree. So until then, I so hope that the world is treating you well. I don't really know what to say about that, other than thank you for this little space of the world. Thank you for sharing your hobbies with me. Thank you for coming here and spending your time. And we will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.